Take 55. This is BG. I was mentoring a gentleman by the name of Ben, 19 years old. One of the questions I was asked was, what is your experience of being a Christian mentor to a young person at St. Andrew's Blackadder been like? We started the process, we had some introductions, we decided on a first meeting coffee breakfast, which was just down the road, found some dates and times. The first session was building rapport, finding out likes and dislikes, what we have in common, assessing his personality type and his level of Christianity and how he feels about it. I was obviously trying to ask open questions, and then we decided, okay, this is cool, let's keep doing this. Decided the next time. We spoke about various things, but I was quite surprised how easy it was to bring God into the conversation. And another thing that crossed my mind was, well, what is mentoring? Is it coaching? Is it being a friend? I largely took it as being a bit of a friend and an advisor than coaching. And it was a very positive, enriching, and fun experience. Sometimes it was a bit of an afterthought, as it takes a bit of dedication for you to decide that this person is going to now be in your life. The next question we asked was, what have you learned about yourself through the process, and has it had an impact on your faith? Well, I can tell you I need to read the Bible more. I need to be more compassionate and not find solutions for other people as much. It made me more accountable in my own life and forced me to reflect on similar situations and decisions that I've made. I realize I also talk a lot, and so I try to ask more questions than making statements. I learned that if you try to connect with someone and you put in the effort, it happens. The third and last question was, is there anything you feel it is important for others to know as they embark on the mentoring journey? Well, it's great. I am a coach, so it's good to have a framework, a clarity on what mentoring is and what it's not. I found that having a regular meeting time and diarizing and prioritizing it was good. Keeping informal texts between sessions also kept the relationship going, and active listening, not just waiting to share your opinion. Sharing experiences showed that I have sympathy and empathy. Trying not to advise, I tried to inspire and find an opportunity to talk about God or infer what God would be doing in the situation or wanting from you. Accepting challenge from the person, and also create a bit of accountability. So I would definitely say it was a success. I've really enjoyed it, and feel free to ask me any questions you want.
There's BJ's experience of mentoring. Tommy, I'm not sure if you're with us as well, whether you've got anything to add to that from your experience.
To what BG has said there, and I'll speak a bit about the church and about my own experience as well. So I think as a church we learned a lot, because we had obviously set the program up, and what we realized was we didn't have a lot of structure around it. And there are potentially risks involved in this, risk to the mentor, risk to the mentee. So we actually put a lot of work in as a session to come up almost like with a standard operating procedure to protect everyone within the mentoring program. And that has gone down really well and gives us something we can go back to if we ever need to. I think as a group within the church, we have approximately 5 mentors and mentees that are meeting. Some of those groups are probably going better than others. BG's is going really, really well. I'd say the one that I have started off well, and then actually went through quite a dry period because things came up in terms of what the young person was doing. They weren't as available as they maybe hoped they were going to be. I maybe wasn't as available, and that probably slowed the process down for a number of months. I'm pleased to say that has changed now recently. And again, that relationship has been built up and is going forward fairly strongly. Because we've now got a common interest, and that's certainly helping us as we come together within that program. I probably like BG, I probably, first of all, probably talked too much and didn't listen. to the mentee enough. So I think there's a lesson in that for myself and everyone. I'm not always a very patient individual, but I've had to be patient through the whole process. And it is something, I think, any mentor getting involved in it, you have to be willing to go with the pace of the young person and not try to force the agenda or force things. And you really are there, I believe, as BJ says, to be a friend and an advisor to the individual that you're obviously engaging with. Certainly from a personal level, whenever I was 18, a businessman became a very close friend of mine and helped me in my younger life as a Christian and got me involved in Christian leadership. But I'd say that was an organic relationship. It wasn't, I didn't see him as a mentor to me. He was more a friend who was helping me. And I'd say probably if you can grow this organically, it's probably better, because whenever you try to pair people off, you may not always get that right first time. So there's probably some lessons there for us as a church and for obviously all the mentors and mentees that are involved in that program. But overall, I'd say the program has gone really well, and we're really looking forward to extending the program within our church as well as we move forward.